Okay, so let's solve this question. See, there are multiple ways, so many methods to solve such questions, right? We'll discuss all of it. And then I'll also tell you which method should you follow for fastest calculation, right? You pick two cards simultaneously from a shuffled pack of cards. So I have 52 cards in total. I choose two cards simultaneously, right? So my total number of ways is nothing but 52C2. Now, what is the probability that they're of same color? Same color means it could be either red or black. So in how many ways can I have two cards of red? I have 26 cards of red, choose any two. Or 26 cards of black, choose any two. That becomes my first part. If you solve this, this comes out to be, I think, 25 by 51. And then second part is probability that they're of different colors. Again, both of them will be either from same color or different color. If same color is 25 by 51, different color has to be 26 by 51 directly. Or same 52C2, right? Different color is you have to choose one from black and one from red. So you have 26 red, choose any one, 26 black, choose any one. Because you are choosing the card simultaneously, it does not matter which one do you choose first because both the cards are chosen simultaneously. It comes out to be the same method. Now, the most conceptual method is this. See, you are picking two cards simultaneously, right? So let's just assume that, see, given you're picking two cards, right? Is there any constraint on the first card to be picked up? Can I pick any card from 52 and say my first part, same color? Is there any constraint on the first card that I pick? So while both of these cards are being picked simultaneously, but what I would assume is that let the first card be anything. I don't really care. But now, if both the cards have to be of the same color, the second card has to be from the same suit, right? So if I've chosen whatever card I've chosen, if it's either if it's either red or black, the remaining options for that particular color is only 25. And the remaining cards that I'm left with is only 51. So even without doing all of it, you can directly reach to this step by just visualizing the equation better, right? So the answer to first becomes 25 by 51. And with the same method, the first card could be anything. Whatever it is, you have 26 cards now left from the different suit. And total cards left is 51. So the answer becomes 26 by 51. So even without doing all of it, you can also directly mark the answer. A very conceptual, easy, but a very conceptual question. We have discussed three methods to solve that question. Clear? Next question. So see, you have all the numbered cards, right? The only catch here is I'm talking about numbered cards. So I don't have 52 cards. I have only 9 cards in each suit. So in total, I have 36 cards now. You pick two cards. So method 1, subjective. Two cards, picking two cards, number of ways is 36C2. What is the probability that they have different colors but same number? Different colors means if one is red, the other one has to be black, but same number, right? So because number is same, right? So in total, how many numbers do I have? I have 2, 3, 4 till 10. I have 9 numbers. So let's just choose any one number first of all. Now that say I have finalized a particular number, right? Now they are of different colors. So the first one has to be from red or vice versa. Like if one is from red, the other one has to be from black. Now, even for it to be from red, I have two options, right? One is diamond and second is hearts. So for the first, like for each of the cards, I have two options, right? 2C1 into 2C1. Because if one is from red, other will be from black and vice versa. But because I'm picking them together, so this becomes my answer, whatever it is. It comes out to be 2 by 35. Or if you were following me in the last question, I said probability ke questions, you can solve it in 5 seconds. So because you are picking two cards, right? Let's just assume that you have picked one card. Now out of 36, you have already picked one card. For the second card, you only have 35 number of ways now. You have picked one card, right? So which means you have already chosen a particular color. So for the second card, it has to be from opposite color. There is no choice in terms of colors. Now, in terms of numbers, for example, you have chosen, say, 2 as the number. The next card will have two options from, so for example, you have already chosen 2 of red. So for the second card, you will have 2 options, because in black it could be either from club or spade. So I have 2 options as the favorable. So even without doing all of this, I can directly write the answer as 2 by 35. This is usually applicable when there are 2 events happening. So you assume that, okay, first event has already happened. Now, what is the constraint on the second event to happen? Everyone clear with both the methods? Second wala method particularly समझ में आ रहा है? Like how do we?
But in the last question, like it was explicitly mentioned that like 2 cards are picked simultaneously. So, like when we are taking it 35 and all, like here it's not mentioned like 2 cards are picked simultaneously or not. Like after, like how can, what if they're taking both together?
See, even in the last question, they were taking it simultaneously only, right? So while you are taking it simultaneously, you're just assuming that, okay, whatever first card I have chosen, it could be anything, right? So with that as a constraint, now I try to impose constraint on my second card. So it won't really matter much.
Okay.
See, 9C1 is, you have already finalized one number. Now, for the first, now for each of the card, you have 2 options, right? Because you have 2 red and 2 white. Sorry, 2 red and 2 black. So for each of the card, you have 2 options. Hence, I'm multiplying it 2 by 2 into 2. See, probability, the question will be of 20-30 seconds, but you really have to sharpen your skills. And it will also help you in your logical reasoning. So make sure probability is that one topic that should be your strongest suit. So if this is clear, let's solve this particular type of problem. Again, no new concept, but just different variety of questions. You have a bag of 12 balls, 7 red, remaining black. Okay. So 7 red, 5 black. If you're selecting 2 balls simultaneously, they will be of different color. So here you can apply that method to shortcut here. Why? Because red and black are different, right? So you could have applied it the method in the last 2 questions because it was uniform. Like every card has 13 pairs and all, but here it is non-uniform, so you can't apply that method. Hence, you'll have to go by the conventional methods. It's an easy question. Let's solve this. So, if you maybe let me ask a couple of people who hasn't answered. Okay, there. Muskan, can you unmute and answer this first part?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
So 7C1 into 5C1 upon total we have 12 balls. So 12C2.
Very good. This is the answer to the first question. Because you're choosing the ball simultaneously, you choose 1 red, 1 black, and total is 12C2. Very good. Next question, let me ask Anand, second part. Okay.
Yes, sir. Wait.
Yeah. You didn't do it? I gave you 2 minutes to do it.
Sir, 1 minute. मैं कैलकुलेशन कर रहा था, फिर उसका वो कर रहा हूँ.
नहीं, कैलकुलेशन नहीं चाहिए. I just need the
Let's say,
yeah,
if we select 2 balls without replacement.
Correct.
मान लो 7 रेड पहले पिक किया. सर आवाज आ रही है ना?
हाँ बोलो.
हाँ.
पहले रेड किया.
पहले रेड किया.
जिसने पहले ब्लैक किया. ठीक है. अब तो क्या प्रोबेबिलिटी है रेड का इस केस का?
7C1 by 12C1 हो जाएगा सर.
ठीक है. 12C1 then
5C1 by 11 ही है उसमें जो रिमेनिंग.
11 ही है. Correct, because replacement नहीं है. Very good. And second case?
By 12C1.
ठीक है. Done. Clear everyone? This will be the answer to problem number 2 because without replacement. Everyone clear with second part? Now third में you are actually replacing. So the only thing that will change here is instead of 11 it will be 12C1 because जो भी ball उठाई तुमने वो वापस डाल दी. So second time के लिए you have 12 balls. That's the only difference, and this becomes my answer to part number 3. Then let's do a very different type of question now. All this one. The trickiest question in the topic. If cat has to give a tough question from probability, this is what it would be. See, there are 7 people in a room. What is the probability that exactly 2 of them were born on the same day of the week? Question says exactly 2 of them were born on the same day, which means other 5 have to be born on a different day. How are you trying it?
Sir, I was trying like 7C2, so I was just looking at
Let's always start probability question with saying here in total number of cases kitne ho sakte hain. So you have
that's
7
where
people. Yeah.
that's where I got stuck, sir, because I was like saying, okay, 7 people are there and 7 days are there, so 7 factorial can be made. So I was just confused about on how to approach this kind.
By
So
7
for the
factorial.
denominator.
Let's just go to our basic and then see, right? You have 7 people.
Yes, sir.
So say a person number 1. What is
Yes, sir.
the total option for the first person?
7, sir.
7, right?
1, 2.
Now for the second person,
6.
why 6?
Cause making it not 2 people have the same day.
No, I'm talking about a total number of cases here.
Okay, 7.
6
7.
by 7.
Okay, then
Okay, so 7 power 7. Can we take it to 7 power 7?
yes. So I have
Okay.
7 people. Each of the person can have 7 days, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes,
So
sir.
total is 7 to the power 7.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, Ritvik, tell me favorable ones.
Favorables. I took 7C2.
Just a minute. Why 7C2?
Cause I was taking 2 people, like and giving them one, and making them in a 1 slot.
Okay, fair.
Okay,
So for
and there,
these 2 people, how many options do you have?
we can have 7. Yeah, we have 7 options.
Good. So you have just chosen 7C2 means you have already chosen 7. For this, you have 7 options, right?
Yes, sir.
Fair. Now,
Okay,
for-
and there are we make sure that other people don't get the same day.
fair.
So we have 5 people and we have 6 slots.
Correct.
I mean, like 6 days. 6 days. So 6. So I was just confused again. How to, can I say 6P5 or sorry 6C5 or 6 slots are there and 5 people have to be choose among them and
No.
6C5.
So why are you trying to force fit that C5, P5? Let's just go by the basic convention, right? You have 7 people. The first 2 people you have already chosen in 7C2 base, which means these people have 7 days now. Say you have already given one particular day to this. Now for the
Yes.
next guy, how many days are left?
6 days.
6 days are left. Now you have already given 1 day to this. How many days are left for the fourth guy?
5 days.
5. Then for this,
4, 3 and 2.
4, 3 and 2. Perfect. So answer
Okay, sir.
becomes 7C2 into 7 factorial by 7 to the power 7.
Okay, so got it.
So yeah, like don't try to force fit something. Just whenever any complex question comes, go by the basic principle. See, you have already chosen 2 guys, right? या कि मैंने 2 बंदे चूज कर दिए, अब उन दोनों को सेम डे पे डालना है. सो इट कैन बी मंडे, ट्यूसडे, वेडनेसडे, थर्सडे, फ्राइडे, सैटरडे, संडे. 7 ऑप्शन है. तो उन दोनों को मैंने चूज करने के बाद आई हैव 7 ऑप्शन फॉर दीज 2. कोई भी एक दिन दे दिया मैंने इनको. बच्चे 5 लोग, राइट? सो फॉर द नेक्स्ट गाय आई हैव 6 ऑप्शंस, क्योंकि 1 डे हैज ऑलरेडी बीन गिवन टू दीज 2. सो फॉर द नेक्स्ट थर्ड गाय आई हैव 6 ऑप्शंस नाउ. एक दिन इसको भी दे दिया. देन आई हैव 5, because again these 2 can't be same and none of these could have the same day as these 2, right? Because exactly 2 of them should have the same day. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. इसके लिए I have 6 ways, इसके लिए I have 5 ways, इसके लिए I have 4 ways. Person number 6 के लिए I have 3 ways, person number 7 के लिए I have 2 ways. So I just multiply all of these. That's 7 factorial. So I think we have covered all the variants. Just some concept for you, like NCR, P to the power R, Q to the power N minus R. Same thing that we have already discussed. Just wanted to also bring in this formula, not for you to remember, but yeah, same thing, right? Ki you have, maybe let's apply it here. You have 5 dices what is the probability that exactly 2 of them will show a prime number? Out of 5 dices, choose 2 first of all in that NCR number of ways. Now that you have chosen them, what is the probability of having a prime number? And then for the remaining 3 dices, what is the probability of not having a prime number? Right? And then solve it. Just give me the expression. That's a one-liner question. Itna time nahi lagna chahiye, come on. 5 dices, probability that exactly 2 of them will show a prime number. What is the probability of having a prime number? 1 by 3. Okay.
So
How?
1 by 2.
1 by 2. Okay. Prime could be 235 upon 6. So 3 by 6 and 1 by 2. If probability of having a prime number is 1 by 2, probability of not having a prime number will also be 1 by 2. 1 minus half. That's a very 5-second question. Select 2 into 1 by 2 to the power 2 into q to the power r. So q is this, n minus r, 5 minus 2, 3. This becomes my answer. Right? I'm selecting 2 from 5 and this is p to the power r, then q to the power n minus r. Remaining 3 will get negation q, which is this. The 2 selected will get the positive outcome, which is this. Probability, if you do it right, it will give you a very good competitive advantage because no question takes more than 30 seconds and it gives you plus 3 versus time speed distance where questions take 3, 4, 5 minutes as well. Geometry questions take 2, 3, 4 minutes as well. We are currently at slide number 20. I have 50 slides for this topic. Okay? Chalo. Let's solve some interesting question now. Again, simple logical reasoning. No method, no formula. Just think out. A man takes step forward and backward. या तो वो आगे जाएगा एक कदम या पीछे जाएगा. Probability of taking a forward step is 1 by 3. Probability of taking a backward step is 2 by 3. Now after 11 steps in total, he's 1 step away from the starting point. Which means 11 steps में से he would have taken some steps forward, some steps backward. Sum of both the steps is 11, but net displacement is only 1 step away from the starting point. What is the probability? Now onwards, we'll start applying concepts of probability into time, speed, distance, time and work, geometry, coordinate geometry. So it's just going to become more interesting now. Okay. Ayush, can you unmute and explain how are you attempting it?
Yeah, sir. I was attempting it that way only कि 11 steps backward लिए and 11 steps में से 6 steps backward लिए and 5 steps forward लिए या फिर इसका opposite तभी 1 step away होगा.
Very good. ठीक है. Just 1 minute. Is this clear to everyone? कि total 11 steps लेने, but he is 1 step away. Now either he could be 1 step forward or he could be 1 step backward. The only way he could be 1 step forward is when the number of forward steps is equals to 1 plus the number of backward steps and vice versa. So the only possibility I have for first to happen is this case. Ayush, move on.
So 11 में से 6 steps choose करते हैं अगर अपन forward के तो 11C6 और forward की probability डालेंगे उसमें तो 1/3 हो गई and बचे हुए steps हो गए वो 11C5.
नहीं. Just 1 minute. तो let's consider it this case first, right? कि 6 forward and 5 backward. इसकी probability क्या होगी? कैसे निकालेंगे?
इसकी probability 6 forward की एक सेकंड सर वापस बोलना एक बार.
हाँ, तो 2 cases निकल गया है, right? पहला case 6 forward, 5 backward. Second case is 6 backward and 5 forward. Now we have to find the probability of having 6 forward and 5 backward.
Yeah.
So how do we do it? We have a total of 11 steps. We'll choose the 6 steps that could be forward into probability of forward is 1/3.
And probability of backward steps.
Correct.
Into 2/3.
Okay, but this is only 1 backward, right? You need 5 backwards and 6 forward.
तो 6 की पावर से रेज कर देंगे उसकी probability and 5 से रेज कर देंगे backward की probability.
Very good. So yeah,
And
this would be the expression. Plus
11C5
5
एंड 1/3 जिसमें 5 times होगा ये, और 2/3 6 times.
Very good. Absolutely correct. This will be the answer to the first question. Ayush, part B attempt करो.
So part B तो 0 ही होगा, क्योंकि उसमें 1 step away कैसे हो सकता है 10 steps और.
Very good. The answer is 0 because total 10 step लेगा तो क्या होगा, या तो 5 forward है 5 backward है, इसमें he'll be 0 step away, or 6 forward 4 backward, right? तो इसमें he'll be 2 steps away. So if he's taking even number of steps, he will always be at even step away from the starting point. तो वो 1 step away वाला case हो ही नहीं सकता. It's not possible. So the probability is 0. Can anyone tell me what is an angle of elevation? So for example, you're standing here. This is a pole. You're looking up. Which of the 3 angles will be called as the angle of elevation?
Sir, angle C.
C.
Angle between line of sight and horizontal line.
Fair. So assuming this is the guy, this is the line of sight, and this is the line of sight, and this is the horizontal line. So this angle is called as the angle of elevation. Perfect. Let's solve this question then. There are 2 towers of height. A man stands in between them. What is the probability that the man has an angle of elevation of at least 60 degrees to the tip of each tower? The distance between the towers is given. A brilliant question. First step is draw the diagram. उससे चीजें बहुत clear हो जाएगी. Just draw the diagram. Draw towers, put the information that is given, and then manually try to see. See, it's not always necessary that you can manually count the outcomes. So at times it could also be in terms of area, it could also be in terms of distance, it could also be in terms of length. So that's the only hint I can give you. So just draw the towers first, right? This is tower number 1, this is the tower number 2, right? The distance between the tower is 24. This is 20√3. This is 10√3, right? Now a man stands somewhere in between. What is the probability that the man has an angle of elevation of at least 60 degrees to the tip of each tower? The man can ideally stand anywhere between these 2 towers, right? So like a total possibility for him is like a 24. In terms of distance, he can stand anywhere. But now he has to stand at a position such that angle of elevation should be at least 60 degrees from each of the tower. So now try to, let's say this is the man, right? You want the man ka angle of elevation to be at least 60 degrees. At least 60 means it could be either 60 or greater than 60. So assuming this as 60, right? Assuming this angle as 60, what will this distance be? 1060 is equals to √3. So if this is 10√3, this has to be 10, right? So if this guy moves anywhere towards left, the angle is only going to increase, right? And if he moves away from this, the angle is just going to decrease, because we want angle of at least 60 degrees. This person can only move towards the left of this 10. Now at the same time, let's also look at this. He also wants the angle to be equals to at least 60 from this. So if it is at least 60, this is 20√3. He should be standing 20 meters away from this. So for example, he stands somewhere here, right? This guy. And if he looks up, right, he wants this angle to be again at least 60. If this angle should be at least 60, this distance has to be 20. Why? Because again, 1060 is equals to 20√3 by x. 1060 is nothing but √3. So x should be equals to 20. So if this should be at least 20, if this is 20, the leftover distance is 4. Now, which means because this angle should be at least 60, this guy can only move towards the right of it. So he can only move from here to right. Now, this was 10. This total was 10. This is 4, right? Which means the only distance he can travel is from here to here. This is the only favorable outcome. And what is this distance? This is 10 minus 4, 6. So the only favorable distance for this person to walk such that it is at least 60 degrees from both of the towers is 6. So the answer is 6 by 24, 1 by 4. Take 20-30 seconds before asking me directly. Absorb it, what I have done, why I have done it, and still if it is not clear, then ask me. I'll just write this question here. Right? Say for example, you have two positive numbers, a comma b, are two positive numbers, which are less than 4, both. You have to find the probability such that 2a plus 3b is less than 14. So we have already done counting wali cases. Now we are doing other type of probability cases, right? So you have two positive numbers, a and b. Both of them are less than 4. You have to find the probability such that 2a plus 3b is less than 14. Now again, you could have sensed key because numbers could be anything, right? It could be 3.7, 3.8. So you can't manually do it. Hence you'll have to figure out another way to see 2a plus 3b kya hai, less than 14, and then move forward. Okay. All the answers are incorrect. Let's look at it. It's not straightforward, but I expect that this is clear to everyone. See, you have two variables here, right? A and B. So in the last question, distance was given. So we said that okay, favorable distance upon total distance. Here, it is less than 14. That's the only thing that is given to me. I can't manually count because it's not integer. So yeah, there could be infinite solution for this. Agreed. So what do? See, I have two variables, right? So whenever there is two variable, the best way is let's start plotting them. Let's start drawing graphs, right? So let's consider this axis to be A. Let's consider this axis to be B. Now A comma B is less than 4 and greater than 0, right? Which means my favorable outcome kitna ho gaya? A has to be less than 4. It could be any value less than this, right? This is A equals to 4. So A less than 4 is this. Similarly, B less than 4 is this, right? B equals to 4. So the favorable outcome is this. Sorry, total outcome is this, right? A could be anything between 0 to 4. B could be anything from 0 to 4. If I consider an XY plane where A is the x-axis, Y is the b-axis, B is the y-axis, then this becomes my favorable outcome. Now again, one equation in the form of line that is given to you is 2a plus 3b less than 14. Let's try to plot this line. When A is 7, B is 0. So when B is 0, A is 7. Somewhere here. Maybe let me change the color of the pen. Guys, make sure you understand this in the first go, right? So when A is 7 and B is, I'm just trying to plot this. This is my favorable thing, right? So let's just plot it. A 7, B 0. When A is 0, B is what? 14 by 3, 4.66, right? So this was 4. So it has to be somewhere here, right? 4.66. This is that second point. Now the favorable line is this, right? I just draw a particular line intersecting this. This is the line of 2a plus 3b equals to 14. I want this value to be less than 14. So both A can be 0, B can be 0, right? Which is this point. Hence, area inside this is my favorable area. Now I know the constraint that I have is this particular area, right? So the favorable outcome is what? Only this area. Something within this box and which is inside this line. This becomes my favorable area and the total area is given. Now this should give you a click that the probability is nothing but the area, favorable area upon total area. Total area is 4 into 4, 16 because it's a square. Favorable is I'll have to calculate this area. Either I calculate this area or I just calculate is right angle ka triangle ka area, right? How do I calculate this? This is 4, 0. I just need this particular point, right? And these points. What are these points? This is 2a plus 3b equals to 14. What is this point? This is the point when A is 4. When A is 4, 4 to the 8. 3b less than 6. So B is 2. So this is nothing but 4, 2. So this length is, this is 4, 2. This is 4, 0. This is 4, 4. So this length is nothing but 2. Similarly, how do I find this particular point? This is the point when B is equals to 4. When B is 4, A is 1, right? So this is nothing but 1 comma 4, right? Which means this distance is 1, the overall distance was 4, so this distance is nothing but 3. So the area of the triangle is half into 2 into 3, half into base into height. This is 3, this is 2. So 16 minus 2, 14 by 16 becomes my, sorry, 2 gets cancelled. 16 minus 3, 13 by 16 becomes my final answer. An exceptionally brilliant question. Take some time to consume it. Cool. So with this, guys, let me just give one question as homework. This question is homework for everyone. You can note, take a screenshot. Okay, I also upload this session by tonight. So attempt this question and then we'll discuss it from next week onwards.